About 4 years ago, I wrote a book. I thought it was an interesting story, entertaining, and I called it The Chosen Penguin. It sold a few copies, and then about 6 months later, a number of my books got banned. And I decided, not long thereafter, to unpublish The Chosen Penguin, to rework it, to rework the concept, and to publish it under a different title. But I always felt guilty. I always felt bad, because I thought The Chosen Penguin was the perfect title for the book. And in the last number of years, some people have sent me messages, some people have emailed me asking about the book. In the last few months, it's been on my mind to republish the book as The Chosen Penguin. And that's what I have done. That's what I've done. In the book, in the story, I tried to explore the dangers of telescopic philanthropy, the dangers to social cohesion. You know, the idea that you could take in a stranger, you could take in his clan without thinking that this could change your society. You have this idea that your society will change him and his clan, but it could be the opposite. And this is what I wanted to explore. Now, this second edition of The Chosen Penguin is about 25 pages longer than the original one. There are some additional chapters. And I've changed the writing style. I think in the first one it was too archaic, the style, the writing style. So this one is much more fluent, much more fluent. What else can I say about it? It's a timeless tale. It really is. I thought that the idea was becoming less relevant, but as time passed, I realized it was becoming more and more relevant. So yeah, it's a timeless tale. It'll never go out of fashion. And it's a story that can be handed down from generation to generation. There is a lot of satire in it. Some parts of it were meant to be funny, but at its core, there is the sense that one should not turn one's back completely on natural law. Natural law has it has a way of catching up with you. So yeah, the book's out. It's in Kindle form and it's in the printed form. I spent the whole weekend trying to reformat the text and all that. So I thought it would be easy just to put it back up, but no, it was quite complicated. What else can I say? Yeah, I guess it's up to people to get the word out. I don't have the time and I don't have the money to go promoting it all over the place. So it's up to people, if they find it interesting, to spread the word. And yeah, that's it. I'll just say that when I wrote this book back in 2019, it was very simple. My idea was I wanted to write something that I myself would like to read. And at the time, I noticed that there weren't any books like this one. And now, 4 years later, I look around and I see there are still no books like this one. The Chosen Penguin by Warren O'Hara is out now. Links are in the description. And here is a reading from a little extract I put in the description on Amazon. Penguinitarianism, they called it, and it was a warm and fuzzy ideology. It began sluggishly enough, making very small inroads into the minds of all emperor penguins, except for the most zealous greenies and the elders of instinct, the latter a group of old penguins who believed in tradition and the natural order over anything they themselves deemed as being abstract. Penguinitarianism was a belief system in which the emperor was meant to forgo all interest in his own colony in order to put himself in the webbed feet of all penguins, regardless of their species. The idea was that one was to waddle around in constant guilt for having the warmth of a fire and a roof over one's head and a limitless food supply. One was to constantly think of those other penguins somewhere out there who were iglooless in this cold, cold world. One was to think of those whose stomachs were empty. One was to think of the frozen eggs laid waste to by the howling winds, embedded there as a stark reminder in the snow and ice, never to crack open and spring into new life. Yes, the emperor penguins now had the time and the convenience thereof to think of all this, and to think of all that was beyond their colony, of which, truth be told, they knew nothing, if anything.